僕、かわいいアイドルになるのが夢なんです。この可愛さはそのために神様が与えてくれたものだと思うんです。
Hey everybody, welcome to another lesson of learning Japanese with anime. Today we're going to be covering another anime line of the day, and we're taking a line straight from the show Blend S. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is going to be from the 8th episode, and our line, as you just heard, is going to be, I'm pretty sure that's why God made me so cute. So this is a line that you can't really say out of nowhere. There needs to be some context, and in the episode that we're covering, in case you haven't seen it yet, basically this person is describing how their dream is to become a famous idol. Then after saying that, they say, I'm pretty sure that's why God made me so cute. But as you can probably imagine, we can use this line and modify it a bit to say other such things, even if we're not also wanting to become a famous idol. We can say, I'm pretty sure that's why God made me so something else, like so handsome, or so cool, or so yeah, drop dead gorgeous or something. So the Japanese here that we're gonna want to break down and learn to do something like that is このかわいさはそのために神様が与えてくれたものだと思うんです. And just a little note here before we jump into it, this is kind of a strange wording, so I don't know if you want to be copying the wording of this line word for word, but we'll go through the kind of grammatical function and how all that works. Before we do that, of course, let's go over some vocabulary words. First one is kawaisa or kawaii. This is the word that means cute, basically. It's a pretty common word. We should probably know that. Next up, we have the word kami sama, which means God, basically. Thirdly, we have the verb ataeru, which means to give. And lastly, we have the verb omou, which means to think or to feel. Alright, so let's jump into the Japanese of this now. First up, we have the word kono. This is the demonstrative adjective that means basically this, and it's going to be modifying the word right after it, which is kawaisa, and this is going to be the word kawaii, the adjective that means cute. But the grammar pattern that we're going to be instilling here is turning an adjective into a noun, basically. So instead of saying cute, we want to say cuteness, and to do that, kawaii is an e adjective. We drop that final e and then we add sa, so kawaisa. So kono kawaisa is going to be basically this cuteness. We're going to be marking this cuteness with the particle wa because it's going to be the topic. The focus of the sentence here, the topic is your cuteness or this cuteness. Jumping in here with another grammar pattern, which is the tame ni grammar pattern, which means basically because of or for the sake of. Before the word tame, though, we have another demonstrative adjective, which is sono, which is different from kono in that instead of meaning this, it means that. So basically that. Purpose, tame can kind of be translated to purpose or sake or reason, so for that sake. You'll see here that we have the particle ni because that's part of the grammar pattern tame ni. Then after that we have the appearance of our second vocabulary word, or was it our third? Second? I don't know. Kami sama, which just means God. We're gonna give God the particle God because it's going to be performing an action. And the action that God is going to be performing here is our next vocabulary word, which is the verb ataeru, which again means to give. So God gives. Ataeru is going to be in its te form though, because we're going to be using it with this grammar pattern where we use the te form of a verb plus a kind of giving or receiving verb to kind of emphasize the giving or the receiving nature of the action. This is a pretty strictly Japanese concept, and it has to do a lot with Japanese language's polite culture. And so the giving / receiving verb that we're going to use is the verb kureru, which means to give, basically. So that can probably be pretty darn confusing because I already said that ataeru means to give, and now we're attaching it to another verb, kureru, which also means to give. So why is he giving or giving doubly? Again, this is kind of a strictly Japanese concept that's a bit difficult to grasp. The basic explanation here is that the verb ataeru, which means to give, is to give in a kind of a neutral way. It's just a very neutral word, but when you attach a te form of a verb plus a giving or receiving verb such as kureru, it means to give with a kind of indication that they're doing it in a kind of positive way. They're doing you the favor of doing this verb. They're giving you a favor, something along those lines. So if we had just used ataeru there, it could have maybe been interpreted as a kind of neutral kind of giving, but when we attach the kureru, it emphasizes the act of giving in a positive way. After that, we have the appearance of monoda, and this is kind of a grammar pattern as well. It just basically is used to express that the speaker is expressing how they think things went, or their opinion of how things should have been, or why something happened, basically something along the lines of that. So it's pretty much expressing the speaker's emotions and how they feel about something. And we are finally going to wrap it up with the omou, which means basically it quotes everything before it and it says I think this or I feel this, and the omou there is going to be succeeded by the character to express this kind of explanatory feel. And then finally again we end the sentence with des. Des of course is the copula. It has a grammatical function, but I do believe here it's being used more so because it's considered a cute thing to say at the end, and he just explained how he wants to be an idol, so he's kind of playing along to that trait. So let's repeat what we have here all together once again. このかわいさはそのために神様が与えてくれたものだと思うんです。
僕、かわいいアイドルになるのが夢なんです。このかわいさはそのために神様が与えてくれたものだと思うんです。
And that'll translate to basically, it's for that reason that God gave me this cuteness, or I'm pretty sure that's why God made me so cute, a kind of more naturalized version, whatever you want to do with that. Okay, so hopefully that wasn't too difficult. We did have a decent amount of grammar patterns in there, but the breakdown hopefully helped you understand how everything's working, and you now know how to apply this line, if you want to apply this line at all, into your conversation, how you can modify it to say other things like, it's for this sake that God made me so strong, or something like that. So let's just do a quick review of the grammar patterns that we did cover. We turned the adjective into a noun by turning kawaii into kawaisa, basically adding that sa after dropping the final e in the e adjective. We had the tame ni grammar pattern, which basically means for the sake of or because of. We had the te form of a verb plus a giving/receiving verb to kind of emphasize the giving or the receiving nature of it. We had the monoda grammar pattern. We had the omou, which is basically a grammar pattern as well, and that's pretty much gonna wrap it up right there for that. Alright, that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of Anime Line of the Day. Remember, if there were grammar patterns mentioned for this line, they'll be mentioned in the description or the pinned comment below with links to the individual lessons on them. You can also probably find them in the playlist of our complete grammar video series shown on the screen right here alongside our anime playlist. And last but not least, don't forget to try to translate the bonus line we provided. Leave your translation in a comment below, check out our Patreon, like the video, and subscribe. With all that said and done, see you next time.